What if I told you that the money sitting in your mutual fund, your pension, your retirement savings, is quietly being used to make Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and a handful of Silicon Valley billionaires even richer? And when their companies finally go public, you might be left holding the bag. Today we're breaking down the biggest IPO event in history, SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic, what it means for India, and what it means for your money. Stay till the end because this affects every single investor on the planet. Three of the most powerful AI and tech companies in the world are preparing to go public in 2026. SpaceX, Anthropic, and OpenAI are expected to collectively raise around $200 billion through their IPOs, making 2026 a record year for public listings in the United States. SpaceX leads with an expected raise of around $80 billion, backed by a valuation of roughly $1.75 trillion. Coin Central. OpenAI is preparing for a potentially historic debut slated as early as September 2026, working with Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, with analysts framing the company's potential valuation near $1 trillion. P. These are not small companies. These are the companies building the future. But here's the question nobody is asking: who actually benefits? Here's where it gets scary for everyday investors. Only about 4 to 5% of each company's shares will be available to trade at launch, which limits how much weight they carry in major indexes. The risk today is less about companies lacking business models and more about whether growth expectations are too optimistic. SpaceX's high valuation leaves little room for error. Any miss on financial targets could trigger sharp price swings. Coin Central. History offers a clear warning. Of the 5 largest IPOs in modern history, only Visa significantly outperformed markets. Saudi Aramco listed at nearly $1.7 trillion, and you know how that played out. IND money. So when these AI giants list at sky-high valuations, retail investors who buy in late are often the ones who lose. Now let's talk about what this means for India, because this is where it gets really interesting. India now has over 10 crore retail investors in the stock market. Millions more invest through mutual funds and SIPs every month. Here's what most Indian investors don't realize. Point 1. Your mutual fund may already be exposed. Many Indian international mutual funds and US-focused ETFs hold NVIDIA, Microsoft, and other AI stocks. When money rotates from these into new AI IPOs, your existing holdings could dip. Globally, this IPO wave is being watched as a potential market warning sign. Goldman Sachs analysts project 2026 IPO proceeds could reach $160 billion, a quadrupling from 2025. There is an estimated $8 trillion sitting in U.S. money market funds, and SpaceX's $75 billion raise represents roughly 1% of that. When hundreds of billions flow into new listings, institutional portfolios rebalance, money rotating into OpenAI or Anthropic has to come from somewhere, and that somewhere is likely existing Magnificent Seven stocks like Apple, Google, and Meta. Even investors who never touch an IPO stock could feel this as a headwind. Translation: a massive AI IPO boom could actually pull money away from the stocks you already. So what should you do? Number 1. Don't FOMO into these IPOs on day one. Wait 3 to 6 months, let the dust settle. Number 2. Check if your mutual funds have U.S. tech exposure and rebalance if needed. Number 3. Watch India's own AI stocks. They may be the smarter, safer bet. If this video opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe, because every week we break down how AI and money are changing your financial future. Comment below. Will you invest in OpenAI's IPO, yes or no?